Have you ever watched someone's video and thought, how did they make those captions look so premium? And I'm about to show you step by step how to make viral captions in CapCut. And here's the final look you will be able to create by end of this tutorial. So you can get more views, more results, and higher paying clients. And it all starts with the font selection. Different fonts display different emotions. Big bold fonts brings more attention. Rounded fonts are friendly and soft. Thin, sleek fonts feel modern and expensive. So fonts set the tone of your captions, but the colors set emotions. Think about it. Yellow grabs attention and feels urgent. Green feel energetic and action-driven, and purple gives off that premium and luxury vibe. And this is the point where most editors stop. They select font, pick a color, throw it on the timeline, but if you want your captions to actually look premium, we need to add motion. CapCut has ton of animation presets, but honestly, most of them looks cheap. So let me show you the best animation presets. Slide up and down, blur, fade in and out, wave in, zoom in, open, inhale. But in this tutorial, I'm about to show you even more. And when we combine this together, we take your captions from basic to captions that actually stand out. And the best part, it's all done inside CapCut. Before I show you all the fonts, animations, colors, highlighting the words, I want to guys show you really quickly one thing, and that's here in the top corner, and these are the rulers and guides. So I want you to add a horizontal and vertical guide just so everything is lined up nice in the center. And now let's just add one more horizontal ruler and set it up somewhere down here under our chin. That's the line where we're going to build our captions. And also one more thing, you want to go to this top corner and lock your guides, otherwise it will be moving once you start positioning your captions. And one more cool feature CapCut has is down here in the bottom, social media preview, and you want to turn on Instagram Reels. That way it shows you all the buttons and everything, so you don't end up with the captions behind all these buttons and stuff like that. So right now, once you have the setup ready, just go to captions and hit generate your captions. Once you have generated your captions, you want to go here to captions, and now we're going to have to split every single word manually into separate layer. That means you're going to click between these two words and just hit enter on your keyboard, and just continue like this for the rest of your captions. Once you separate all your text layers, we can start positioning our captions. But before we even start positioning our captions, we're going to have to think like, what are we going to do with the captions? What I like to do is I like to combine 2 to 3 fonts at the same time. I like to use like thin fonts, modern fonts, and something more unusual. Let's say something in this style probably. You guys gonna have to go throughout all these fonts and pick whatever you like and pick whichever font you like, because we all gonna need a different fonts by all the time. So just go through all these fonts, and once you're ready and you have your font you want to use, we can start building our captions. Before we jump into the next step, I want to really quickly show you the editor's assets I created, including motion graphics, backgrounds, sound effects, overlays, transitions, and everything you need to make your edits look just premium. If you want to grab them, the link is in the description. But now let's keep building our captions. So let's say I want to use these 4 text layers at the same time. So now all I just got to do is select all these layers. And now if you're using Mac or Windows, if you're using Mac, you're gonna hold Command and click, and if you're using Windows, just hold Alt and click on this first layer. And now drag these 3 layers up like this, and just do the same thing on this first layer and drag it up like this and do the same again. And once you position all these layers like this, just select them all, drag it up like this, and now with S you can cut all these layers at the same length. And what I also like to do is I like to select all these layers, deselect this layer, and just activate the first layer. That way I have a better visibility and kind of idea what I'm about to do with the captions. So right now I selected my first font. Again, it's up to you guys, whatever font you want to use. Again, I'm just showing you guys the way how to actually do these captions, do all these styles of captions, and how to actually use the animations and everything. And once you have selected your font, we can start positioning our captions. So that's why we set it up this line in here. So let's say you will grab this caption and drag it up like this. But right now, as you can see, once we move our caption, it moves everything at the same time. So we want to make sure we uncheck this apply to all main captions, and that way we can start positioning captions one by one. So I just select my second layer, position it right next to this, and I go to my third layer, position it right next to this, and I select all these 3 layers. Now make sure you guys center them. You can play with the scale, whichever size you want. And now let's say you want to highlight the word edit. So again, go to fonts and select whichever font you like. I'm about to select maybe this font, and now let's start animating. So I want to have these 3 layers slide down, so I'm about to select all these 3. I go to animations again. Like I said earlier, you guys can go through all these animations presets, but most of them are just not that good. So go through all these, try them out, and whatever you like, just click on this star and add them up to your favorites. That way you can click straight to this star here and everything is here ready for you to use. So right now, like I said, I'm about to use slide down, and that's gonna make this type of an animation. And I also want to animate these word edits, so just go to animation in, and I really like to use this one, set the right, and we can even extend this a little bit. Yeah, you can play with the layers, play with the timing, everything's up to you. And this is the animation we just build it up. Just so we can start building our other captions, we're gonna have to select animation out, and what I really like to use is blur out, and it's gonna make these cool out effects. So this is our first caption, and we can also highlight these edits, which means just go to color, pick whichever color you want. Maybe you want to have it yellowish, bluish, purple. This is again up to everybody. Maybe you want to use neon green, so just use a neon green. And now let's start building our other captions. We can position our other captions here in the center, bring our text layer here, make sure you drag this all the way up like this. Maybe make this a little bit longer because we're going to apply some animation out effect again, and just position the word expensive or whichever word you have, maybe some word like here, and just go again through the fonts and find something what maybe looks expensive. And again, once you find the right font, you can just go here to color and again highlight it with the yellow or whichever color you guys like. And now let's say I want to have these animates in slide up. I just go here in animation, select in, and I pick slide up and put it on duration 0.6 seconds. And I go to this second layer and I just go to animation and maybe waved in or even blur. And let me just show you guys one quick tip really quickly. Let's say you want to use a blur, but you also want to use slide up, and we can do that easily. Just go here to caption and scroll down here where it says transform, and just set the keyframe where your blur ends, and just set another keyframe and bring your caption down here. And now just drag this keyframe all the way to the start. And because right now it's not looking really smooth, we can just right click this layer, show variable speed animations, and now just select the second keyframe and click on auto curve, and the first keyframe auto curve. We can even play with this green line. So if you drag it up like this, this means it goes fast and then it slows again. And we have something like this. And again, now we gotta go to animation and select out, and let's say we want to have these slide down. So I just select slide down and it's gonna slide down like this. Now we can adjust the layers and start building our other captions. So again, just select all these layers, bring it up like this, and click on the first layer with holding command and drag this all the way up like this, and just continue like this for the rest of your captions. I know this seems like a lot of work, but once you get used to this, you're gonna literally fly through these edits. So right now you can cut with S, boom, delete all these captions, and again deactivate all your layers by pressing V and activate your first layer. And maybe you want to position this somewhere here in the center. Now just activate these two layers, maybe make this a little bit bigger. You guys really want to have to play with this by yourself because we're gonna have all different captions. So maybe I want to position these two next to each other, make it the same size. Now just activate another layer. Maybe this I want to have a little bit bigger, bring it up somewhere here, and then activate another one. This one's I'm gonna keep a little bit smaller, and this one I'll just make again bigger and set it up like this. And again I set the word day, and this one I can keep smaller again, and just it. Or you can play with it and make the size bigger, something like this. I bet you guys seen this style of captions all over the social media, so this is how to build it. And if you want to play with this a little bit more, again just go to font and maybe change the font to something different, and just like this you keep building the captions you guys like. And once you have everything positioned the way you guys want, just go to animation and select fade in, for example, and put it on duration 0.2 seconds, and this is the result. And maybe extend this. Always try to extend this a little bit more, because then you put the animation out, and maybe you can do fade out. Again, you have to time it the right way so it disappear all at the same time and there is no huge gap in between your caption. Right now I want to really quickly show you how to make a gradient. By the way, if you haven't seen my recent video where I show you how to make After Effects edit style in CapCut, you might want to check out that one, because I show how to build gradients, how to make shine effects on text, icons, how to build backgrounds and all these kind of stuff. But I'm about to show you really quickly here. So let's say you want to build a gradient out of this text layer. You just duplicate the same layer, bring it up like this, and now pick your second color, so maybe dark green. And now just right click and create a compound and do the same with this layer. And now go to video and go to mask and select split, drag it down like this, and now you have to play with the feather. maybe this is the result I want. So once you're happy, just select these two layers, create a compound. Okay, and how we can make this caption to pop even more, just select all of them, including this one, and now create a compound clip and just go to effects and apply glow to effect on your captions, and this adds a little bit extra touch on your captions, and we can make it pop even more. Maybe you want to go to text layer and add a default text, drag it up like this, remove the default text, max the font size, scroll down here where it says background and add a black background, and just right click and create compound, go to video, mask, and add a mask, and go to split and rotate it like this, bring it down like this, and just play with the feather. And right now, because this black layer is on the second layer, we have to go to basics and put it on layer number 2, and that way the captions are on the second layer and it's looking like this, and this is the result. I won't be showing you the entire video. I just showed you 3 examples how to start building a caption. So now it's really up to you. If you want to go to CapCut and start playing with the captions, start practicing, because that's how you become the best editor. I don't really think copying the same tutorials gonna make you the best editor, because you're gonna have to always edit different videos for different clients. Yeah, that's how you become the best. So right now it's your time. Go to CapCut and start editing and practicing. These were just the captions, but if you want to take your edits to the next level, don't forget to check out this one where I show you how to edit in CapCut like in After Effects. I see you there.